How you played and Caitlin, the thing you had, that the game is more popular than ever now. I do agree with you. Y'all do need to get paid more.
Did you see what just went down? Shaq, the big man himself, showed up on Angel Reese's podcast and dropped a bomb about Caitlin Clark. You won't believe what he said. Imagine this. Angel's sitting there thinking she's in control when bam! Shaq starts praising Clark like she's the next coming of Steph Curry. Angel's face? Priceless. It's like watching your dad cheer for your rival at your own game. Awkward. Picture this. Angel Reese sitting pretty on her own podcast.
Yeah. No reason why some of these bums making $200 million and y'all making what y'all making. I agree with that. But y'all just have to continue to play and, continue to do what you do. Okay, y'all want them to pay more, but the fans have to do the same thing they do for the NBA.
Right.
You got to show support. You got to show up. You got to buy jerseys. You got to buy shoes. You got to do that. They're starting to do that now.
Thinking she's going to have a chill chat about hoops with Shaq. But then, boom, out of nowhere, Shaq starts talking about Caitlin Clark like she's the second coming of Steph Curry. You can almost see Angel's jaw hit the floor. You know what's wild? Shaq actually admits he used to hate on Clark.
Oh my God. What you mean not supposed to? There's women that can dunk though.
Why you think people love Caitlin Clark? You laughing.
My man is not turned on by no woman that's dunking.
It ain't about being turned on. It's about seeing stuff that you're not supposed to see. Besides her skills.
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point. Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love. You know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before.
Why? Because he was Team Angel all the way. I mean, can you blame him? He's been mentoring Angel, hyping her up, and suddenly he's singing Clark's praises. Talk about a plot twist. But here's the kicker. Shaq couldn't deny Clark's skills anymore. He's been watching her drain those logo threes like it's nothing, and it's blowing his mind. He's giving us a play-by-play of how Clark changed his mind.
Trust me in the change. Trust me in the change. I'm telling you right,
so.
Bro, first of all, I like how y'all are starting to get into fashion. Bro, a pretty girl dunking on the rim, I'm watching that all the time. I've never seen that before. I've seen it a little bit in Mahmoud Abdul-Roh, but I've never seen a guy consistently come down. And if you look at, like, if you saw Steph on the street, he ain't got the LeBron muscles. He's not 6'9", he's 6'10". He look like a perfect, normally office guy.
And it's like watching a basketball conversion in real time. Shaq's going all in, saying stuff like, she's doing stuff we've never seen before. Never seen nobody do that on a consistent basis. He's not just talking about a few good games or lucky shots. Nah, he's saying Clark's bringing something totally new to the court game after game. And get this, Shaq's comparing Clark to Steph Curry. He's telling Angel, you know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before. She's doing stuff we've never seen before. Can you imagine being Angel, sitting there while Shaq's comparing your rival to one of the greatest shooters in NBA history on your own show? Angel's probably sitting there thinking, is this really happening on my show? I mean, she invited Shaq to talk hoops, not to turn it into the Caitlin Clark Appreciation Hour. The tension in that room must have been thicker than Shaq's biceps. But Shaq's not done. He drops this bomb. If I say 10 times you're not going to hit that shot and you hit the shot, that means you're the truth. He's basically saying Clark's not just good, she's defying expectations. She's doing things even the big diesel himself didn't think were possible. You gotta wonder what's going through Angel's mind right now. Her mentor, the guy who's been in her corner, is suddenly singing her rival's praises like he's her biggest fan. And it's not just a little praise. Shaq's going all out, talking about Clark like she's changing the game. The tension's building. How's Angel gonna react to Shaq hyping her rival like this? Is she gonna push back, try to change the subject? Or is she gonna have to sit there and take it while Shaq goes on and on about how amazing Caitlin Clark is? One thing's for sure, this podcast just took a turn nobody saw coming. It's like watching a friendly game of one-on-one turn into a full-court press, and we're all on the edge of our seats, waiting to see how this plays out. Ever been trapped in a conversation you desperately want to escape? That's Angel right now. But here's the kicker. She can't just walk away. It's her own show. So what does she do when Shaq asks her point blank why people love Caitlin Clark? Her answer is going to make your jaw drop. You thought the tension was high before? Shaq's just getting started. He's on a roll, comparing Clark to Steph Curry. like it's no big deal. He's talking about how they both look like regular people off the court, but when they step on that hardwood, they turn into absolute monsters. Angel's sitting there trying to keep her cool, but you can see it in her eyes. She's not loving this Clark love fest one bit. And then, bam, Shaq drops the bomb. He turns to Angel and asks her straight up why people love Caitlin Clark so much. Now this is Angel's chance to either join in on the praise or maybe steer the conversation back to her own game. But guess what she does? She gives the shortest, most to-the-point answer you've ever heard. She can shoot threes from logo. That's it. No extra hype, no elaboration, just 7 words, and she's done. But Shaq, oh, he's not letting it go that easy. He's painting this picture of Clark as a game changer, a talent we've never seen before. He's going on about how Clark's doing stuff that's never been done before, not just once in a while, but consistently. It's like he's forgotten he's on Angel's podcast, not Caitlin's. You can almost feel the awkwardness through the screen. Angel's trying to move on, trying to change the subject. But Shaq's not having it. He's turned this into the Caitlin Clark Appreciation Hour, and Angel's stuck in the front row. And get this, fans are noticing too. One comment even pointed out, 6 straight pods talking Caitlin. Can you imagine? It's like Angel can't escape the Clark comparisons, even on her own show. You gotta wonder what's going through Angel's mind right now. This rivalry between her and Clark isn't new. It goes all the way back to their high school days. They've been going head-to-head for years, and now here's Shaq, Angel's mentor, singing Clark's praises like he's her biggest fan. It's like watching a friendly game of one-on-one turn into a full-court press with Angel on the defensive. You can bet this is going to add more fuel to the Clark-Reese rivalry. I mean, how could it not? Angel's probably replaying this moment in her head, thinking about all the comebacks she could have used, all the ways she could have steered the conversation back to her own skills. One thing's for sure, this podcast episode is going to be talked about for a long time. It's not every day you see a basketball legend praising one player on another player's podcast. The tension, the awkwardness, the unspoken competition, it's all there, raw and real. And we're all left wondering, how's this going to play out on the court? So, what did we just witness here? Shaq, the big man himself, dropping truth bombs on Angel's own turf. It's like watching your coach praise your rival right in front of you. But you know what? That's the beauty of sports. Sometimes respect comes from the most unexpected places. This whole situation's got me thinking. In the world of basketball, talent speaks louder than loyalty. Shaq didn't hold back just because he's been Team Angel. He saw something special in Clark's game, and he had to give credit where it's due. It's a wild ride, but that's what makes sports so exciting. One day you're on top, the next day someone's challenging your spot, and sometimes the person hyping up your competition is sitting right next to you on your own podcast. That's the game, folks, always keeping us on our toes.